Hi there! Your laptop turns on and tries to load Windows, but it just doesn't manage to access the operating system. If your system is showing the same problem, don't go anywhere, because today I'm going to show you how to fix it. Let's get started. The first thing I will try is reinstalling the operating system. We will use a USB drive with a Windows image and enter the BIOS by quickly pressing F12 key. Once we're in, we go to the section called Boot Setup, then Boot Options. And we uncheck everything except the USB we just inserted. This way the computer will boot from it. Then we click Exit and Save. The computer restarts and should now allow us to begin the Windows installation. We select the language and the region. Then click Install. We accept the license terms and proceed to delete all these partitions. This will help us remove any corrupted files that might be preventing us from installing Windows properly. We create a new partition and start installing Windows again. Once it finishes, the computer restarts and it should let us continue the installation. It begins preparing everything and...
Bruh.
Okay, we got a blue screen. Let's try again. And this time it says, there's no disk installed. We have identified the issue. The hard drive needs to be replaced. Let's open the laptop to see how it looks inside. We remove a few Phillips screws and use a plastic pick to pry open the casing. We can see there's room for an extra RAM, and the heatsink is a bit dusty, which makes me think the thermal paste has dried up completely. Perfect! We've got the parts ready now. We will replace the solid-state drive and we'll add 8 GB of RAM. The first thing to always do before working on a computer is disconnect the battery. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the camera was misaligned, so we will miss the actual SSD replacement. But it's basically just a matter of removing some screws, disconnecting the old drive, connecting the new one, and screw it back again. Now we'll remove the fan. Just a couple of screws and a small cable connected to the motherboard. Then we take off the metal heatsink and clean off all the old thermal paste using isopropyl alcohol and a cotton swab. We repeat the process for the paste on the processor. Once clean, we use compressed air to blow out the dust from the rest of the components. We apply fresh thermal paste. Reinstall the heatsink. And then the fan. We plug it back in. And screw it down. Next, we reinstall the SSD. Just plug and screw it in. Now we install the extra RAM. Make sure it's the same frequency to avoid issues. We will place the bigger RAM stick in channel A and the smaller one in channel B. Reconnect the battery, close the laptop, and screw it all back together. Now we can install Windows on the new SSD. We plug in the power, insert the USB drive, go into BIOS, boot setup, and restart. We repeat the same steps as before to install Windows. Select language and region, click Install, accept the license, and select the new SSD. We wait a bit. And there it is. We've moved past the previous error. We can continue configuring our computer. Wait a little more. And done. We have successfully repaired this laptop and upgraded it so it runs faster. Let's check how long it takes to boot up now. Only 7 seconds to enter Windows. Awesome! That's a great speed for a laptop over 5 years old. In the system info, we can see it's an Intel i3 with 12 GB of RAM. Now we will shut it down and give it a good external cleaning. We turn it back on to finish the setup, and this time it took 9 seconds, probably finishing some background configuration. We download Chrome, and we are done. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please support me by subscribing, sharing, liking, and leaving a nice comment.